What is going on, guys? This is Dials46. You're of course watching Intrigue Airsoft. I wanted to talk about this little guy right here. This is the GoPro HERO3, the latest and greatest from GoPro, a tried and true tested brand of rugged outdoorsy cams, action cams, helmet mount, gun mount, board mount, ski mount, tree mount. It's kind of the base model here. Picked this up at Target for $200. Kind of comes with the starter kit there. And so let's read some of the specs on this thing. Now, some of the main differences between the GoPro HERO2 and the HERO3 is going to be that this one has Wi-Fi. Kind of a cool feature. Not a big gimmick. Not really why I bought it. Honestly, the reason I bought it is because the lower priced ones, and they were about anywhere from $100 to $150 depending on where you shopped at. The earlier version GoPro HERO2s, they are not being sold anymore, and if they are, pick one up. I believe the only difference is the Wi-Fi capabilities and a couple other minor things, but for the most part it's just kind of a new and improved, not a lot of gimmicks. They did change a couple things. I don't own a GoPro 2, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm just going to talk about the GoPro HERO3. So here we go. Really nice case, man. Looks like this thing belongs in a museum. Almost hate to take it out of this box, but nonetheless, we shall. Let's release it from its plastic and cardboard cage. There's some tabs on the side of it. Kind of pull down on those bad boys, maybe. There we go. And this will release that kind of bottom cardboard that encases the bottom of the packaging. So there we go. Got those tabs off, pulled that out. This box, put that aside. There you go, man. Check that thing out. Little black box on the bottom reveals some more box art. Really cool looking already. I am definitely intrigued. Let's get into it. So, really nice tab. The cool thing about it is I've heard some bad things about the packaging as far as this thing being a little pain in the ass to open, but so far, man, I mean, this is like a pack of gum right here. Look at this. Pulling that right off. Just like a pack of Orbits. There we go. There goes the top case, and we are into this thing, man. I'm going to pull this up out of there. It's got a little arrow instructing me to do so, so that's pretty straightforward, pretty self-explanatory. Okay. Wonder if that whole mount comes off. I don't know. Okay, so before using your Hero camera, a product update is required. I've heard about this. As soon as you get it out and you activate it and you turn it on, it's going to update it to the latest and greatest version, and I think that's kind of an ongoing thing. They'll be releasing upgrades for this as long as they're making the HERO3. So let's get more into it here. Opening up. Nice packaging right on. So looks like we've got a couple different versions, a couple different mounting options there. And I believe, well, let's open this up real quick. Okay, here we go. So, and I believe this is standard. That comes with the older versions as well. You have a 3M sticky back, and this one, if you look, has kind of a curve to it. So this will be awesome to stick to the top of a curved helmet or something like that. It's adhesive based. You know, once you get this on there, that mount ain't going nowhere. Pretty tough, pretty durable. I would recommend cleaning, maybe even sanding the area with a light grit sandpaper, just to kind of prep the area for better adhesion. The other mount that we get here is just a flat one. You see that? So obviously we know that's going to fit better to flat surfaces. Let's get back into this box real quick. Okay, so this is the skeletonized. Let's open this up. This is the skeletonized rear door of that protection shroud, that clear protection shroud that you can put your camera in, so you know, you don't got to be afraid of it getting beat up or dinged around or whatever. Skeletonized, so you see I can put my finger through this. The reason why they included this door as well, and this will be awesome for Airsoft, which is what I'm going to use it for. It's going to greatly improve the incoming sound, and you know, the older version older version GoPros had really good sound, but once you put them inside that waterproof casing that it really killed the sound. So that's why they included this. Really cool. It's going to give access to the speakers, being able to hear and pick up everything and give you better sound clarity. They did include the USB mini to large, so if you don't want to use that Wi-Fi option, it looks like you can plug straight in and download the old-fashioned way. No problem there. Couple stickers. Ooh, look at that. A little swag there, man. 3 different GoPro stickers. Be a hero. I'll think about it. And what's this little guy? This is going to be the battery. This is the battery. Get that out. There you go, man. It is a lithium-ion polymer battery, 3.7 volt. There you go. You guys pick that up? Sorry if you're not reading that here. Right on. Let's put that aside. So, the rest of the box just seems to be, well, it's going to be hollow, I believe. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in that box. It's just a bunch of, you got your anti-theft device in there for your store alarm. So let's move some of this garbage out of the way. This mount, now I'm new to it, so give me a minute here, but I imagine this is the quick release mount. You press these 2 tabs on the back right here, squeeze those together. Let's see if you can pick that up. Squeeze these 2 tabs together, and no, hold on. I'm gonna unscrew this a little bit, angle the camera forward. Dude, how the hell do you remove that thing? I'll figure it out. Hold on. Let's unscrew this whole thing, and I'm sure there's instructions for it. I'm just too much of a tough guy to take time out of my busy life to do that. So there we go. I'm gonna pull that whole thing off. This obviously has a remove and a trash can symbol on it. Can you guys read that? Remove and a trash can symbol. Unscrew it, get that off there. That is it. Now you want to salvage this this mount, because that's going to slide into your other 2 mounts here. And the way we do that is, okay, yeah, you push those 2 tabs in and push forward. There you go. Kind of cool. Kind of a, the mount that comes in the packaging actually feels pretty tough too. I might hold on to that and kind of rig up, if I want to be cheap. You might be able to rig up a 3rd mount somewhere, if you cut that out, whatever. So maybe worth holding on to, I don't know. So here it is, guys. Here is the GoPro HERO3. Let's put this mount back on and we'll be right back. Alright guys, here we go. So I've got the mount put back on. I've removed that piece from the rear, so now I can maneuver back and forth, which is cool. You can adjust that by this adjustable wheel here on the side to tighten or loosen that tension on it. Now the top, to get it out of that protective case, you slide this forward and then you push back. You see the arrows on there, pretty self-explanatory. So we push this forward. I'm going to get my nail in there and then push this back. There you go. Now we've just opened up that rear door, that rear trap door. Open that guy up, and this is the waterproof. What it comes in is the waterproof case. It's got a nice kind of rubber O-ring around it, so no water is going to get in there. You don't got to worry about that. And here's the camera itself. Look at that little guy. That's cute, isn't it? Huh. All that awesome resolution packed into that little package. So that is the HERO3. One of the first things I'm going to do is remove that this door on the back and put in that skeleton door, so I can get that that better sound clarity out of it. Here's the one with no holes in it, solid plastic. It's got kind of a nice padded space in there to hold the camera tight. Here is the skeleton version, as you can see, for letting sound through. So hang tight and I will be right back. Let me change that out real quick. Jesus, who the hell messages you 3 times in a row like that? I'm just psychos. Alright, so removing that door is really easy. It's got a metal rod that goes through it and feeds onto these plastic hinges. That is kind of a concern, kind of a worrisome weak point in the design of this case. I, again, am not familiar if that is the design of previous GoPro designs, Hero designs, but nonetheless, that is a concern. So here's the skeletonized door. I'm going to go ahead and throw that on there and clip that in. Maybe. Give me a minute here. Here we go. Clipped one, and we are in. So there you go. And you know, it is a it does have the gasket around it, around the edges, so it will give it some kind of you know, some kind of protection from water and things like that. However, you got these two big gaping holes in the back, so it doesn't necessarily need that gasket around to keep it airtight. Kind of defeats the purpose. Kind of a catch-22, if you will. So, okay, got the skeletonized door on. Let's pop the back door off this GoPro. I'm assuming that is where the battery is stored. Opening it up, yeah, door falls right off. So now you've got access to the rear battery compartment there. Here we go. So here is the battery, and it looks like it's got some stuff taped to it. I don't necessarily know. Yeah, I would imagine you should not take that tape off. Let's not. That gives you a little pull tab to pull that battery back out. Leave that tape on there. My first instinct was to peel this thing clean and expose like the plastic casing of it. I'm gonna go ahead and trust my gut here and say don't do that. Leave that on there. Plus it'll give you a nice pull tab, like I said, to pull that battery back out of the back. See that little pull tab there? So I can see you know, where the tabs are supposed to line up right here on the top. I can see that also in the battery compartment there. So I'm gonna put it in accordingly. Here we go. Really nice tight fit. Got that in, feels snug, feels good. Let's get this door back on. And there it is. The little spring hinge right there latched back down. Pretty solid. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. So now the big question is, let's look at the side port of this thing. Well, that just comes right off too. Look at that door. It's not hinged or anything. Be careful with that. But that's where your HDMI connection is going to go. That's where your micro SD card is going to go. So I'm going to grab my micro SD card real quick. Okay, so here it is. I've got my micro SD card, a little 16 gig. That should give me a few minutes of action here. And of course, it's letting us know on the front there, if you can pick that up, it's saying no SD card. We know that. So let's get this thing and put it in. Wait a second. Hold on. And the camera realizes that it has an SD card in it. Really reactive, really chirpy, really talkative. So I got my SD card in there. Awesome. Let's go ahead and close that back up. You know, pretty self-explanatory. You know, as long as you keep this thing in a case, which you will anyways, I don't have any concerns about losing that door to access the micro SD card and the USB in jacks and all that stuff. So whatever. Look at that wide angle lens. Can you guys see that? Very cool, man. Very cool. You're gonna pick up a lot of action with that. So got my skeletonized door on there. Let's go ahead and put the camera back in its case. Here we go. Just go ahead and drop that right back in there. Pretty easy to figure out. Close that back hatch up. Close it tight. Now it is got a rubber gasket on it, so you got to give it a kind of a tight squeeze on there. You know, get your hinge right, clamp it down. Boom, there it is, man. Rock on. So that is good to go. Looks like I'm gonna press this button, see what happens. Hold that down. I think it's filming. I'm gonna go ahead and wager a bet, wager a little guess here, and say that that thing's filming. So there you go, man. Or no, maybe I turned it off. Okay, let's turn it back on. I don't see anything going on, so let's, okay. Beep, 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 power back on. Let's press this side button. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Let's hold this side button in. Oh, blue light. Off. Oh, I think that's Wi-Fi. I think that's the Wi-Fi symbol popping up there. Look at that thing. Let's try this top button, see what that does. I have no idea. I'm going to play around with these buttons. From what I can tell, they tell you to go online to download the manual on this guy. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I have no freaking clue what I'm doing. It's got a nice little flashing blue light down there. So that's pretty, I guess. Look at that little guy flashing. Is it still flashing? Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, I mean, but the size of the thing is really cool. I mean, here it is compared to a, real quick, here it is compared to a USP. I mean, that's a very small camera, very small, lightweight package. Really cool. I'm excited to find out some more about this, find out what this little guy here does. And hang tight, guys. We will be right back. And as soon as the camera turns on, it starts recording. That's awesome. So that is it, guys. That's the unboxing to the GoPro Hero 3. There's lots more to explore. One of the shortcomings of it is I would have to complain that you have to go to the website to download the manual. That's kind of a big drawback. You know, there's still some people in the world that might not have access to an internet connection, so having to go to the GoPro.com website to download the PDF file for the manual is kind of a drawback, but in my case, not too big of a deal. Another awesome thing, that Wi-Fi, I finally did download it to my smartphone. Check this out. Battery's about to die. Look at that. Streaming. Live streaming to my Android right now. Really cool, man. Really cool feature. That opens up so many possibilities, especially in Airsoft. If you have a couple squad mates running a GoPro Hero 3 with the Wi-Fi capability, you know, you could potentially see what they're seeing. They could see what you're seeing. Really cool stuff. You know, you could come up with some really unique uses for this camera and the smartphone and tablet app that you can download at Google Play. Anyhow, so yeah, really cool, man. I'm digging it. I'm having fun with it. I can't wait to get some action footage on this thing and see what it's really all about. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out my website at intrigueairsoft.com. If you'd like, hit me up on my Facebook at facebook.com/intrigueairsoft.